why did you do that to your hair? That's ugly. I would go to the gym because I went to the gym regularly at that time, and cats would tell me, dudes would tell me like, oh, those are too small. Your hair's gonna break off. It's gonna be broken off in like 5 years. I know. And just the backlash that I endured in that time period. Hey guys, it's Rachel. If you don't know me, I am the owner of the Loc Guru Salon, also known as the Loc Guru. And I am just so grateful for everybody that has shown me so much love and support lately. And I wanted to find another way to connect to my audience because you can never have enough ways. So I decided to do YouTube. So I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys a little bit about myself and why I chose Sisterlocks and why Sisterlocks was the best option for me and my story. So we're gonna start off with my story. So I got Sisterlocks when I was 18 years old. I've had Sisterlocks for 11 years. I believe it'll be 12 in October. So it's been a long time. I get a lot of questions about have I cut them? Yes, I've cut them several times. My Sisterlock journey started with me breaking all my hair off. So a lot of us went through that time period in our lives as young adults or younger, where we were experimenting in our hair and we were getting relaxers left and right. We didn't know how to take care of it because they weren't really educating us on how to take care of relaxed hair, not permed, relaxed. Okay, there's a difference. A perm is when you're making your hair curly. So this is called a perm rod because when people want their hair curly, they wrap their hair around it and then put a solution on it, similar to the solution in relaxer, to change the curl pattern of the hair. Okay, so whatever is around the rod, that's the curl that it becomes once you take the curl rod, the perming rod out of the hair. Okay, so I want everybody to understand there's a difference between relaxed and perm, and we had relaxed hair because it was straight, and we relaxed our hair follicles straight instead of continuously having them curly. I had relaxer when I was in 5th grade. I begged my mom to give me a relaxer, like most of us did. I had really long natural hair for most of my life. My hair was in the middle of my back, if not longer. And I would get compliments after compliments on the length of my hair. And I had a really big head about my hair. As I started getting older, it became harder for my mom to manage it and take care of it. And so I begged for a relaxer when I was in the 5th grade. And I got the relaxer. And she would take care of it for a while. She took care of it for a good while. And then she was kind of like, okay, you got to take care of it. You're old enough to do your own hair. You got to take care of it. And I didn't know what I was doing. You know, my mom would put the relaxer in my hair and then braid it up in 2 braids, and I'd go to sleep with it like that. And then the next day I had to figure it out for myself. So I just started experimenting in my hair and braiding my hair and doing all different kind of styles. I might be able to post some of those pictures in this video. And I thought I was cute. You couldn't tell me nothing about those styles. I thought I was super duper cute. And I started getting braids, but I only got braids for the first time when I was going to Mexico. So first time I got braids was Mexico, and it was 2-strand twist, and it was curled on the ends. It was really pretty. And the second time I got braids was when I was going to Peru, and I got micros. I thought I was cute with the micros. Then the last time I got it, it was pixies. If y'all don't remember pixies were the braids where it would be braided all the way down to the end and then burn it at the ends. And whoever did my hair, I'm not gonna say who, but the person who did my hair did not want to braid my hair all the way down the length of my hair. So she just burnt it like right here. Right there at my shoulder, she burnt my hair. So when I took those braids out, my hair was completely burnt off. I was going through an identity crisis. I was in high school. I was in my junior, senior year, and my hair was the shortest it had ever been, and I felt devastated. And I remember getting my hair done after the braids and my stylist cutting it to like right here, and I had bangs, and I cried. I was like, no! But she was like, it's all fried off. It's all broken. You have to cut it. And so she cut my hair. I was devastated. And so I just stopped taking care of my hair. I just stopped doing it. I wore it in like a little afro with the relaxed hair just flying however. And I just accepted that that was my hair and I had to deal with it. It was very painful for me, and I, for the first time, started getting made fun of for my hair because I would put it in like ponytails. Like, I will never forget walking through the street and I had a puff ball because I told you my ends was just doing whatever. And somebody looked at me and said, why are you wearing a puff ball? Don't nobody wear puff balls no more. And I was like, devastated, hurt, and defeated. And some girl who was with me defended my honor and was like, she can wear whatever she wants, which was a blessing. I'm grateful, but I was scarred for my life. Okay, so that's when my transition to what am I gonna do with my hair started. So after that, I had a friend who did Sisterlocks. She was my age. She was a cosmetologist. She still does Sisterlocks till this day. And if you are interested, her name is _Sin, C-I-N, full, F-U-L, I think dash creations. I'll tag it, but she's in Dallas. She does a good job, but she started my Sisterlocks, okay? And the reason why she started it is because she was doing Sisterlocks at a young age. Her sister told her to take the class and she took it. They were doing Sisterlocks out of their house. And I would come and watch them do the Sisterlocks, and I would swear up and down I would never get Sisterlocks, never, ever, ever. But once my hair got chopped off and cut off and I was scarred, I was like, I gotta find something else to do. And so her sister was like, well, since you're not taking care of your hair anymore, you might as well get Sisterlocks. And I was like, okay, all right, sure, I'll get Sisterlocks. So like, I feel like it was only like 2 months later and I had Sisterlocks. And I thought I was so cute. You could have told me nothing. But now when I look back on those pictures, I'm like, it was a mess. And I had pictures like the next day after they finished it. And it was, at the time she was a trainee and she did a great job on my hair. And now here we are with my Sisterlocks 12 years later, okay? And I don't have past 500 locks. I have 442. You don't have to have a gazillion, quadrillion, billion, dillion locks to have thick hair, okay? I have thick hair, okay? It's thick. And I got less than 500. So don't believe those rules that people are saying off of YouTube and they don't know what they're talking about. Saying you gotta have a certain amount of locks for your hair to be thick. If your hair is thick, your hair is gonna be thick regardless, okay? Doesn't matter how many locks you have. If you have thick locks and you have thick hair, your locks are gonna be thick. If you have thin locks and you have thick hair, the locks are gonna be thick. Your hair is gonna be thick. If you have thin hair and you have a lot of locks, your hair is still gonna be thin. It's gonna be thin. It's just gonna be thin with a lot of locks. Okay, so they told us that in the beginning, like, you know, as a way to, okay, let me stop. Sisterlocks will make your hair appear to be thicker, but that's only because the hair that would normally shed out of your hair is not shedding anymore. It's getting trapped in your locks, which makes your hair double in size, okay? Makes your locks double in size. So that's why in the beginning of locking your journey, your hair is like real skinny, stringy, because your hair is used to being combed and damaged and colored and whatever you were doing before you got Sisterlocks. And now all that hair that normally would fall out is now trapped in your hair, okay? So just wanted to give a little overview of that. But I got Sisterlocks and I didn't know then. I think 6 months in, I was like, I can't do this. This is a mess. People looked at me and stared at me crazy. Like, it was not like how it was in today's age where everybody's praising you everywhere you go and admiring your hair and looking at your hair like it's a journey. No, when I had Sisterlocks, it was no IG, there was no Instagram, there was no TikTok, barely a Facebook, and there were no pictures to see women like me who had Sisterlocks and started early and had a struggle phase, there was no representation at all. All we had was these little books that came out once a year from Sisterlocks, and it was a bunch of pictures of people with Sisterlocks from all over the world. And you look at that book and you're like, I hope my locks turn out just like hers. And they didn't. My locks don't look nothing like those pictures that I looked at when I first got my Sisterlocks. But what I'm saying is that's all I had. I remember going to a store. I was in the gas station, and this woman just stared at me like mouth open, looking at my hair, and I'm looking like, can I do something for you? And this is before my hair was long. It still looked like, you know, loose relaxer with some braid, something going on at the root. It was really Sisterlock, but they didn't know that then. And she said, so you got like micro braids with your own hair? And I was like, no, these are Sisterlocks. And she was like, oh, interesting. And I was like, nobody knows what's happening. I remember my grandma told me my hair was ugly. She was like, why did you do that to your hair? That's ugly. I would go to the gym because I went to the gym regularly at that time, and cats would tell me, dudes would tell me like, oh, those are too small. Your hair's going to break off. It's going to be broken off in like 5 years. I know. And just the backlash that I endured in that time period was crazy. Like, y'all don't know none of that. You newbies with Sisterlocks, be grateful that you have representation, because it was tougher than it is now when I got Sisterlocks to have a Sisterlocked head. So, you know, with that being said, I decided to go on this Sisterlock journey, and I was always interested in hair. And that's how I ended up, you know, doing locks. Well, really, I went to cosmetology school. Even though I had locks, I wasn't planning on doing Sisterlocks. I was just planning on being a natural stylist. And I feel like Sisterlocks literally called me. And that's something that I'll talk about in a different video. But I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys my story, how I got to Sisterlocks, why it was so important for me to learn how to love myself. Like, the moment I got Sisterlocks, I started attracting different energy. I started attracting different type of men, different type of friends, people who were working on loving themselves, guys who respected a natural queen. And I started, at first I was like, dang, I don't get nearly as much attention as I did when I had my loose hair or my straight hair. And then when I got natural, you know, when I went natural, it was like, oh, I'm getting a different type of attention. And this attention is like making me feel like a queen, and like making me feel like an empress, and like making me feel like, you know, somebody that's praiseworthy. And I am praiseworthy, you know. I just didn't know it at that time, which like naturally guided me to who I am today. And a lot of my values, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, a lot of the things that I believe in came from my journey with Sisterlocks. And I noticed that within my clients, when they get Sisterlocks, they transition also, because it's not only a journey within your hair, it's also a journey within yourself and your self-love and respecting yourself and being confident in yourself amidst everybody else who's telling you that's probably not a good idea, or why would you do that to your hair, or I can't do that, that's not me. Because there's still a lot of that around. And so it takes a lot of strength to begin this journey. And I'm saying Sisterlocks a lot, but this really is also for micro locks and any type of lock. Okay, you're gonna go through the struggle. And I'm grateful for mine, because it's made me who I am. It's blossomed my beautiful, profitable, successful business, and also my spirit and my energy within myself that has really blossomed through my self-expression, through my creativity, and also through my networking and connectivity to my clients and my friends and all that. So just know, when you get Sisterlocks, it's bigger than what you may think, and it's a blessing no matter what. And what's for you is always what's for you. And Sisterlocks was for me throughout and through. No matter how many times I tried to run from it, hide from it, shield myself from it, start new businesses away from it, it's my calling, and I'm here to accept it. Hence why I'm doing this YouTube video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And just know I'm gonna be bringing more YouTube videos because this is also my calling. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to y'all soon. See ya.